Aloha, everyone, and welcome to Key to the Treasure with me, Neil Molokai Mystic, author of Answering the Call Accidentally on Purpose, with my sidekick over here.
I'm Nick with my angels.
And this short broadcast is in regard to the quote of the day. And these quotes are taken from my recently finished book, Answering the Call Accidentally on Purpose. Thanks to my editor and confidant, Nick. She chooses the quotes. I never know what she's going to share with the world. And today's quote is: getting bombarded with energy by a crowd or feeling the pain of a friend. Maintain, protect your energy. Maintain and protect your energy. So, Nick, were you feeling a little bombarded or feeling the pain of a friend? What was it that drew you to this quote?
I think we have a lot of empath around us, and with everything that is going on in the world um, at the moment, with all the pain happening in Turkey and Syria with the earthquake, and not only the earthquake, but there is so much happening. We are all feeling um, the energy of everything. And if we don't know how to protect ourselves and maintain our energy, it's not just about protection in this regard, it's about maintaining our energy. We feel drained into this and feel it as a negative thing instead of empowering ourselves and feel like we can do something. So if we allow ourselves to go in this negative feeling, that we feel drained like and helpless and we feel useless, we will drain ourselves and feel like we are depleted. Whereas when we empower ourselves and protect and maintain our own energy, we feel empowered to help. So I felt that this quote, it's like, I mean, it can happen when we're just in the presence of one person, for example, grieving, or one person going through something very deep or devastating or whatever, but also like what's going on in the world now. So we need to know how to maintain our energy so that we don't feel drained. And there are so many things that we can do to help ourselves. So maybe you can explain how. And
Well, first off, as you start your day with that awareness of your truth, calling in your divine team, connecting with the divine, whoever you call the divine source for you, whether it's God, the universe, call in your team, connect, create that strong bond first thing in the morning. Hello, Joe Bear. Um, Hi, Carrie. So making that connection reminds you of who you really are. You are a soul having this human experience. And, it's not always a pretty and lighthearted experience that we go through, but it is a divine experience. And so when we make that connection with our truth, with our source, it gives us this inner strength that kind of overflows, this light that overflows, this love that overflows. In other words, we're able to share from our cup because our cup is so full first thing in the morning that it overflows and it ripples out and it makes a difference in the world, you know? So, first and foremost for me, before I do anything, I make that connection. I recommit to that bond of not only with my higher self, but with my divine, you know. So with the divine in me and supporting me, this is where I get that overflow from so that I can not only keep my cup full, maintain me, I can share all of that divine love and light out to the world. Why? Because it's overflowing, it's rippling out. And so, first thing is to reestablish that bond of your truth with your divine source and ask to be maintained. Ask, you don't have to do it alone. Could you imagine having to maintain yourself by yourself all the time? You'd be so busy trying to maintain yourself, you wouldn't have time to pay attention to the messages coming in that need your attention so that you can do your service, you can fulfill your purpose in the moment. So when we call in our team, it really relieves us of having to worry about that constant maintenance. You know, we call in our team, so we're creating this bond, reestablishing a bond with our higher self and our divine source that fills us up, because that truth is really, really fills up your cup. And then everything else is able to be shared because it will ripple out, it will shine through. Then you ask, you clear anything that is residual that maybe you didn't remember to clear the night before, or maybe because you were working in your sleep, like I do a lot. Clear off that energy, you know, and release it with love and light so that you have a beautiful, shiny, pristine, pure energy around you. Then you get this maintenance, this protective shield by your angels and guides and the divine. They come in and they just shield you, and then you say, okay, I'm open. I'm open to serve. I'm open to receive. I'm open to everything infinite that I'm meant to do for the day. And this way, when energies tap on you, you feel it right away. Because when you're in this pristine energy and a lower energy comes knocking at your door, you can feel it, you detect it right away, because it's a different vibration. Not necessarily good or bad, it's just a different vibration. You're true to your own vibration. And at that point, you say, I see you, I feel you. What am I being called to? In this moment, what am I being called to? I feel my friend's pain. I feel the distress in the world. Now, what is my mission in it? What am I meant to be doing? Because I'm not meant to just feel it and then suck it up, make it mine. It's not
Yeah,
mine.
that's what I was going to ask. Like, if you feel it and you are meant to do something, how can you do something without being drained?
Because you release it once it's done. Remember that energy taps at your door for informational purposes. It is informing you of something. It's not rightfully yours because it is ours. It's the universe's. And the universe is speaking to us. So it taps on you. You know it's not yours personally because the vibration is different. You recognized it tapping in the first place, so you know it's not yours. you know so then you ask for that clarity. Am I meant to respond physically, mentally, verbally, emotionally, or energetically? Sometimes we're not meant to respond verbally at all, other than the prayers in our hearts. Be the change that will shift that energy, and then you release it and you thank it. You transmute it into that love and light.
So, yeah, it's a beautiful quote. And I could choose a lot of different images, but I like this one because I it reminded me of this myth of the frog in the boiling water. You know, this myth of the frog that can, if you put it in the boiling water, it would jump.
It's not a myth. That's real. I mean, if the water, that's the same thing with a crab, and it's a sad thing, but it's
Yeah,
real. You if you allow the frog to slowly feel the water heating up. He's not going to jump out. He's
Yeah.
not going to freak out, you know.
And
But
and this is why I chose it. It's like it was for me, like when I saw this, I thought to myself, once you start feeling, and I mean, even before you put yourself in a situation when you are bombarded with energies, protect yourself. Don't wait to be into the boiling water to ask for help, you know?
yeah,
Protect and maintain yourself before being into the boiling water. So,
it's okay to take a pause.
yeah.
You know, it's okay to say, excuse me, and excuse yourself into the bathroom or something and wash your hands and release, catch it. Catch it before you absorb it. Remember, it is for informational purposes that we receive external energies tapping on us. Whether it's that we're meant to relay a message to someone, or we're meant to have an action, a physical action. Again, it could be a multitude of things, but you're not going to know if you don't know that you're being tapped in the first place. You know, so external energies are all forms of divine communication for divine experiences. And for us to be able to know what those divine experiences are, we collaborate. We collaborate with divine source and allow ourselves to be open to receive what it is that the universe is teaching us in that moment. How long should my pause last? I'm shattered for a month, for months now. Eat, dissect it. Dissect it. If this has been going on for a month, Andrea, dissect it from the very first one. And how is the first incident where you felt like you've been shattered? How is that relating to the last, most recent time that you feeling that shattered for a month? So it's like, is there a connection and am I missing a lesson here? Because if it's a repeating thing or it's an ongoing situation, you missed the first lesson. So go back and find out, when did I first start feeling like this? Feeling like I was being shattered, feeling like my energy was being tapped too hard or shaken. You know, was there a lesson that I missed? Because it'll keep repeating until we hear what it is that we're meant to do in the moment. So I would say go inward and upward, because the lesson is there and you're very capable of realizing what that lesson is. So ask the divine to show you with clarity. You know, do some automatic writing. If you can remember the first time you started feeling shattered, write that down, you know, and be open to the message that you're receiving and see what happens with some automatic writing. That's what just came through for me, for you, Andreas. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neil. That
uh,
was very,
I don't think I'm missing any lessons. I'm just clearing so much. I and can't people, because I'm too inward right now. Okay, I don't know how much green grass you've got where you're at right now. Probably not a lot, but find something that you can ground yourself. Um, Maintaining your energy also means not only calming yourself down, but rejuvenating yourself as well. So I would say do some earthing, whatever way you can get to the ground, because there's elements in the ground that actually stimulate us. So get into something where you can do some earthing or some I my go-to is water, but for you, I'm really feeling some earthing right now for you. So I know it's cold outside, but if you can get some dirt, just sat at a tree for 20 minutes. Okay, were you barefoot? You know, I need you to touch nature. Okay. And I'm saying barefoot because I want that grounding to come up from the earth through your feet. Um, So, this is not a lesson here. I mean, it's like, but Andrea stepped in and I'm going with it. But yeah, try to do some earthing. Find a way where you can really connect to Gaia right now, and that should help you a lot. And do some automatic writing. So I will go out and stand in the grass now. Good luck with that. Hope you don't get frostbite. So, again, guys, maintain your energy so that you can continue to fulfill your purpose, to answer your call. Um, and don't be afraid to get tapped. Just remember, it only feels heavy when you start absorbing it. Remember, it's informational purposes, not for us to retain. Okay, so when you receive your information, ask for clarity. What is it I'm being called to? What is the lesson that I'm meant to learn? And how can I be of service to the heart? So, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is your little key to the treasure. And thank you, Nick, for the quote of the day.
Thank you, Neil. That was very nice today.
It is aloha from me.
Bye from me.